Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. In today's game, we have two cornerbacks who love to make game-changing plays. It's Richard Sherman going up against Patrick Peterson. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth. So we turn it over to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And hello again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton here in the booth. And Chuck, you take a look at this matchup. I don't know if it's going to be one in the trenches from the quarterbacks out, whatever. It's going to be a good game.
Oh, without a doubt. I can't wait to see the big fellas have an impact. We're always spotlighting those wide receivers and quarterbacks and running backs and even the defensive backs. But the big guys, I can't wait to see which one tilts the balance for their team.
Ready for football in Arizona as Phil Dawson boots it away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Russell Wilson, the Seattle Seahawks taking the field. Wilson in the game last week against Tennessee, 373 yards, 4 touchdowns. Definitely his best game of the season so far.
Yeah, statistically, he was amazing, and it was even more amazing they got away from so much pressure that Tennessee threw at him. I think they only sacked him one time, but it felt like there could have been 12 sacks. He was absolutely Houdini back there. But here's the thing with Seattle. They are a run-first team, and if they don't run it well, it's tough for them to win. When Russell Wilson throws the ball more than 39 times in a game, they are now 2-7 in his career.
Wow.
And that includes this past Sunday against Tennessee.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Fresh set of downs here. Wilson. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. And here's the starting offensive unit for Seattle.
In music, the Seattle sound is distinctive. In the NFL, it's the Seattle running game. Usually ranked in the top 5 in the NFL. It fell to number 25 in 2016. And they're trying to revamp the offensive line and find a bell cow running back in order to get things moving again.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. They set up the screen to Rawls. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. And the 11 defensive starters for Arizona.
With the Cardinals, you get a package of pressure, and that's on any down, any distance. They always want more people near the line of scrimmage, more people attacking the quarterback. And then back behind that, they have a lot of different looks in their secondary, and they can't wait to get Tyrann Mathieu back on the field full time. He's their wild card because they can play him at safety or at corner.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing again here, Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. First down, Seahawks, Wilson to Baldwin. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field,
I take my shot at the end zone because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Now a play fake here on first down. Wilson snags it left side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. So an even first quarter on the scoreboard, but the threat of points on the horizon. 0-0 our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you and you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Going to Rawls on the dump off. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Thomas Rawls, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They're led out by the veteran and the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2002, and that's Carson Palmer.
He'll turn 38 in December, and there was some discussion in the offseason about him possibly contemplating retirement. Elected to come back, though. His big right arm, exactly what they want in Arizona. They love to play the downfield game, throwing it to their big-time receivers.
Throwing now, Palmer on first down. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So 20 yards to go here on first down.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left.
From the shotgun, it's Palmer. It's caught left side by John Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's Palmer to throw. And Gresham has it left side. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. On third down, Palmer. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. From the red zone now, here's Palmer on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Troy Nicholas, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Got a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, or they want to let their return guy touch it.
Here's Phil Dawson now for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. That time, a 6-play drive. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Okay, let's get a shout-out real quick in here while we got a second. Jake Elliott, rookie, Memphis, 61-yard field goal to lift the Eagles to victory. Man, that was impressive.
How about that? Only his second game with the Eagles. He'd been drafted by Cincinnati and was actually on their practice squad. Caleb Sturgis gets hurt for the Eagles. They take Elliott off the practice squad late in the week, right before the week 2 game at Kansas City. He shows up, and I asked the special teams coach, I said, well, what do you tell him? What do you talk to him? He said, I don't do anything. I just stay out of the way, let him kick, and ascertain from there. Looks like that strategy paid off really well for the Eagles with that 61-yard game winner in week 3.
Meanwhile, all the Giants fans just turned off their gaming systems. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I have to say that was a surprise call on 3rd and inches. I thought they'd try and run the football there, but you got to believe they thought they'd surprise the defense and pick up something downfield, but that one goes incomplete.
Now John Ryan, 12th year in the league, on to punt it away as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
So we've hit halftime in what was obviously a very fast-moving first half of play. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. Let's look back now at this closely contested first half. Both the Cardinals and the Seahawks are not doing much on the ground, and it's easy to see why that would play into this low-scoring game. We'll have to see if either team gets it going on the ground in the second half. All right, let's do it. Here's a look at the first half highlights. Midway through the second quarter, completion will be made here to a wide-open man. This play goes for a score. The Cardinals tie it up at 7. So that's it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We'll go back now to Glendale for the start of the second half.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. Nifty move. And now running right through it. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. First and 10, it's Palmer. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second down now after the pass completion. Here's Palmer. Caught right side, Gresham. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle. A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They start on the ground with Rawls. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Rawls again. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Guys, this game's felt a bit weird all along the whole way through, and no better play maybe exemplifies that weirdness than that safety right there.
Partner, you've got a tie game and time running out. You've got to be ultra careful down on that end of the field, and this could very well be the play that decides this football game. So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. And this is taken at the 23. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They have the football. They're looking good, but the lead is just 2. So any mistake in a field goal can beat you. They got to be careful. And that's where it gets difficult because you don't want that to leak into your thinking. You want to play like, hey, we've got the advantage. We can close this out. Don't play from fear, and they can win this game. See if they can play fear-free and hang on. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Ten yards still left on second down. They run it again with Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Here's Andy Lee now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Returnable for Lockett. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He's back to throw. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Graham. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And they'll spike it here at 27 seconds. Throwing now is Wilson. Over the middle here to Wilson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And now the spike comes with 15 seconds on the clock. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. Well, befitting a tight game like this, it all came down to the wire. But in the end, the field goal to win, it goes begging.
Oh, man, that is a tough way to lose a football game. You put yourself in position, and you give yourself a chance, but it's just not meant to be.
Down to a knee goes Palmer, and that should wrap this one up. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defensive.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden.